guys, hope you're doing well. TGIF. It's been a good week. Made lots of progress with the automation, and we finally managed to get it to trigger automatically last night. I stayed up quite late and I figured something out. And what the what it is, I could show you actually. I could talk about the indices, but I'll talk about the automation as well. Um, so this um, what I've got a macro. It will trigger a trade upon the spreadsheet open. So it won't trigger a trade based on a cell population. It will open a trade based on when the spreadsheet's open. So a refresh is the same as opening the sheet. So what I've got a little program that will just refresh the sheet every hour, or we can have it to every 2 hours or whatever. And then by doing so, show you. Oh, I can't show you because yen Aussie. Right. So if that was Aussie yen, it would send the trade. But this is the refresh, okay? And then it's like a test basically. But ideally, what happens is that we have a symbol that's recognized in MetaTrader 4. So this is actually Aussie yen long because it's yen Aussie sell. And then therefore by refreshing the sheet, there you go, send. It's having to think about it. And it's thinking, well, what is it? I want to send it, but I don't know what it is. See that? It says all automated, which is amazing, unknown symbol. All right. So we've got the automation bit done. About 90%. It's not perfect. And obviously the next issue is the resolution of the unknown symbol. And then lastly, it's the SL and TP. And we need to have a discussion about that because we let Aussie yen run in nice profits and now it's reversing because the sentiment. Okay, so I reckon something like this: 100 pip TP and 100 pip SL, and that would have got us out very, very nicely because we opened quite a few of these Aussie yen trades while testing. So I think 100 pips should be fine. 100 pips SL. The logic for the 1R is that we can have 1R because we've got this very, very powerful system behind us ensuring that we're going to get more of this than we would of that. And so that's the logic. So automation 90% done. The resolution of the unknown symbol, that's next week or maybe the weekend. And then lastly is the SLTP, and then we can look to publish results. So that's the automation bit done. All right, so let's go back to indices, and I won't go talk about them long because there isn't that much to be said. But just do know on gold, where are we? 25.68, 25.66. We are very close to crossing over on the SSI and the MA. If they go long, we'll create a zone, and then it'll be a resistance zone. So your SL could be 2050. That's if they go long. If they do, then we'll fall, and then that could be a good SL, and you could get a decent risk to reward. It could be a nice trade, but be careful because we are buying the big picture. If they're going long against the MA, we can fall. So if it wasn't for NFP, we could probably look to have a trade on this potentially. But yeah, just be careful. If we get the cross, we'll fall. Okay. I've got a very loud bird in the background waking me up in the morning. So it's like my old house. It's this particular species of bird that's very noisy at the crack of dawn, and I guess my ears are quite sensitive to it. S&P. So we're making a buy just 47.78, 47.61. So this looks like it could be a ruse because if it falls, they're likely to sell it, and by selling it, we're going to make the buy. But you'd want to be careful. We've got some support here, 40.71. The fact that they went short, and so we really pumped. Can you see that? It's a very strong crossover, and we're looking for strong crossovers for the move. Okay, and now currently we're just going a little bit sideways, but this is another strong move. and you see what happened. Okay, so really we should draw a box there, but like I said in Discord, we're going to be removing these boxes. But you can see what happened there. Very, very, very naughty. So they went long, got really wrecked, went all up just to the break even, just to tease them, and they're thinking, oh, maybe we can hold, maybe it's okay. Nope, boom. All right, so very, very horrible, and it happens a lot. We see a lot of these tests in our zones, and so I think this is potentially going to be a ruse in order for them to get them to sell. If they do, we'll be buy, and then we'll create a box. All right, so not really a trade there, but just to be careful, and maybe an idea to get this set up, and you can see how it works. Right, see there, for example, was a very strong buy, and you know where to put the stop loss. Okay, so it's really simple. Wait a couple of hours, put your stop below the low, up we pump, and US 30 had crossed. It's a little bit more advanced than S&P, so we've got a cross, we've got a clearer cross on the Dow, and so you could look for SL 33171, quite cheap stop. Note that we'll have resistance though, and we can create a box. Yeah, I'm not sure why we didn't create a box. Bit strange. Perhaps because we're doing an automation video. That's probably why this was missed. Something there, isn't it? Let's do that properly. This is going to be a resistance. So because they've gone long, there they went long, so they got punished. All right, so they've got a resistance, and pretty formidable resistance here. So be careful. Just know where your stop is, and you know that's all I can say. Just remember to be careful. And DAX, and that's it. So there won't be a trade of the day because we've got NFP. Yesterday's trade was great. It was really cool. 50 odd pips, 53 pips if I remember correctly. And this looked like a stop run, and that was what I would have got out because I'm looking left on that area. Okay, maybe we could probably map that box a bit better to that candle low, but you get the idea. And that's probably where I would have had to exit with a loss, thinking that we probably could fall. And it looks like it might have encouraged her to think the same. And so we come up. So just to wrap up, the automation's going okay. It's going well. We need to resolve the unknown symbol issue, or we can keep it and just have less signals, which is probably okay, maybe. And then lastly, we need to look at SLTP, and we definitely need to look to TP earlier than prior. This was just a test to see if it actually works, and it does. And it's it actually stipulates the TP and SL in the Trader 4, and it does trailing stops as well. But I've not got them to work yet, so I need to test that. So lots of testing today, probably next week, and then on the following weekend, get you yourselves a demo account, and then we're going to be doing this live but on a demo. Okay, so we'll be releasing it to the general public, or the Discord members, and then on a demo. And then once we're quite happy with the results and things, and we're happy with the TP and the SL, and it's making us money, then we can go live. So I'm not using a live account right now. I'm going to wait a couple of weeks because we're testing, and we want to be careful and things. And there could be an issue with the sheet. There could be an issue with the broker. There could be an issue with the software that I use to refresh the sheet. So we've got 3 things that we need to be testing. So before we go live, we need to make sure it's all working seamlessly. And that's it. So have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you guys soon.